as what you're seeing research wise.
Okay.
What did you think of the walk?
Wow. I didn't realize it was that bad for him. He looked like he was struggling to maintain his balance, and he looked like he would fall if somebody wasn't right there behind him. He did not look. He doesn't look healthy. He doesn't look. And obviously, he doesn't look confident. But the big thing is that he doesn't look. He looks like an old man, and he's probably go home, sit down somewhere, and take a nap. And he does not look presidential. And I hate to say that. He doesn't have the posture of a president.
And I'm going to replay
like
it one more time.
Sure.
And let you see this.
That was not a good look. Visually, that was not a good look.
Did you notice the arm swing?
Yeah, I did.
He doesn't swing his arms.
No, he looks very confined to one position, and he looks like it was a struggle for him to raise. Remember, he waved. It looked like it was a struggle for him to raise his hand up and wave to the audience. That's not a good look, man. That is not a good look. He looks like he does not look presidential. I hate to say that. Wow.
This was what happened when I was watching this. I was kind of going back and forth and texting some various people. And one of the things that I noticed about that walk, I'm like, that walk looks a little bit familiar.
Okay.
And I was sitting there thinking to myself, what exactly does this walk look like? And immediately it hit me. And so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to do another screen share real quick, and we'll get to this. But this is what hit me when I saw this. This is what the walk looked like.
Oh, wow.
But look, watch when he starts walking, when Muhammad Ali starts walking, and you see that blank stare. Remember that blank stare that Joe Biden had at the end?
Yes.
And see how he's walking right there? Now, obviously, this is a little more advanced stages, but how he's just struggling to walk, how he doesn't have an arm swing, how he's walking really, really, really slow.
That does look similar. That looks really similar. Wow.
And what happened was, obviously neither one of us, both of us are PhD researchers. We're not medical doctors or anything like that.
Yes.
But we both know people who are.
Yes.
I asked someone I know who is in the know, who is a medical doctor, and I got the same opinion from 3 different medical doctors that I talked to. That I asked the question, does he have Parkinson's? Is that what's going on? And the answers I got from all 3 of them were that would be the most likely diagnosis.
Oh my goodness.
And the whole thing is, because you remember the White House issued a very firm statement after the debate. President Biden does not have cognitive impairment. But, you saw various points in the debate where he was stumbling on his words. And not even during the debate, I mean, leading up to the debate. You had mentioned this in our last video, that he stumbles on his words and loses his train of thought and doesn't know what he's saying. Well, if you've ever known anybody with Parkinson's, they have those same types of symptoms.
Randall, that's ingenious that you found this video, because those are huge similarities. And now that I'm putting it in perspective, I think he's sick, man. They keep it out from the public. He doesn't have the vitality that he did when he first ran. And I guess those 4 years worked on him. And he was old then. He's just older now. And I think they may want to consider another candidate or forerunner for president. I think his time has passed. He does not look healthy, and he definitely doesn't look presidential. Wow.
The interesting thing, I think, watching this, and we've only got to the first clip. We haven't got to him speaking.
Oh no.
Jeez. And that's the whole thing. It's like in all the research you've done,
Mhm.
being presidential is something that is huge. It's
It's very
everything.
huge.
It's
Yes, it
going to
is.
be what wins or loses elections.
Absolutely.
And when you go back and look at clips of Joe Biden from 4 years ago, it's a way different person.
Oh, he did a 360, huh?
Yeah, it's a way different person. And you go back to Joe Biden from 20 years ago, it's even more astounding.
Oh,
Back
wow.
when he was doing his vice presidential debate against Sarah Palin,
Hmm.
that Joe Biden is a way different Joe Biden than what we see today.
I think you bring up an interesting point. I think that 4 years ago or longer, he had more vitality. He was more mobile. He was more vocal. He was sharper. He was quicker in his response. That guy is no longer here. Um, he's I think these past 4 years have been a challenge for him. Some of the things that's been going on in the world and being president is not an easy job. And I think that it was just wearing him out. And eventually I'm not going to say he gave up, but I don't know if you caught this too. They're very careful about what they put out in public with him. They're like protecting him. They don't want the U.S. audience to see what he really like. That's what we saw in the debate. How many times do you think they practiced that walk before they got him to even get that far?
Yeah.
I think a bunch of times.
Yeah.
Um, it's time for him to pass the torch. And I hate to say that. And I don't know if there's any candidate has his charisma, but he does not look presidential. He looks tired. He looks like he just wants to relax. He doesn't want to be involved with anything. The key word is retired. And I don't think he has another 4 years left in him. I don't. I don't think he has a year left, to be honest with you.
Yeah. And I think that was when I was watching the very